Senator Richard Blumenthal discusses ceasefire proposal, Ukraine support, and upcoming government shutdown. Peter Baker, as always, thank you for joining us. Now, we are joined by Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut, who serves on the Armed Services Committee. Senator, it's great to have you. What is your perspective on the proposed ceasefire? Is this a significant breakthrough in the conflict, and what do you think Russia's response will be? Senator Blumenthal, I see this as a very positive and encouraging development. It shifts the pressure onto Russia, but I believe Putin will try to delay the process. Ultimately, only President Donald Trump can directly exert pressure on Putin to convince him to agree to a ceasefire. Putin thinks he can outlast the West and may expect that Trump will eventually suspend military and intelligence aid. One of the most encouraging aspects of this agreement between the United States and Ukraine is the continuation of critical military and intelligence support. We have $3.8 billion worth of essential military supplies, including munitions and artillery, ready to be shipped to Ukraine. This is vital for Ukraine's ongoing success in resisting Russian advances, especially as Russia's economy is struggling. Putin will feel the pressure from this support as well. Interviewer, many people might be skeptical about the 30-day pause in fighting. As we just discussed, a temporary ceasefire might not lead to lasting peace. How confident are you that this could eventually result in a long-term peace, and not just give Russia a chance to regroup? Senator Blumenthal, Peter raises a valid point. I'm a strong supporter of Ukraine and have been deeply involved in the situation, visiting Ukraine 6 times and meeting with President Volodymyr Zelensky on several occasions. The Ukrainians are determined to fight for their freedom and independence, which makes their cause so significant to our national security. They are not backing down, and their efforts are essential for the stability of NATO countries and our own defense. Over time, this ceasefire could prove to be a positive development, but it's clear that much work needs to be done at the negotiating table. The biggest obstacle to peace is Vladimir Putin, who sees himself as the restorer of the Soviet or Russian Empire. Only President Trump taking a strong stance against him can stop Putin. Interviewer, do you think President Trump will confront Putin, and does the current administration have enough leverage to push back against Russia? Senator Blumenthal, I believe my Republican colleagues in the Senate have a responsibility to speak out and abandon the silence that in some ways supports Trump's past actions with Putin. Only by pressuring Trump will we see him resist Putin's influence. Trump's affinity for autocrats, including Putin, is undermining the rule of law and the global order, which is harmful to US interests in the long term. If we look at past events, such as Trump's behavior in Helsinki and his comments supporting Putin afterward, it's clear he hasn't stood up to him. However, our national interest demands that he eventually take a strong stance with Zelensky and support Ukraine's fight for freedom, which will continue no matter what. Interviewer, I'd like to shift to the looming government shutdown. Yesterday, House Republicans passed a bill to prevent the shutdown, but it needs Democratic support in the Senate to pass, as it requires 60 votes. Will you vote for it? Senator Blumenthal, I'm currently leaning towards voting no. This continuing resolution just delays the inevitable for 6 months without an actual budget and gives excessive authority to Trump, enabling him to make harmful cuts to crucial programs like NIH research on Alzheimer's and cancer, VA benefits, and potentially Medicaid and Social Security. This lack of proper oversight and accountability is unacceptable to me. However, I recognize that a government shutdown would cause significant harm and pain for many people. I'll continue discussions with my colleagues to find a better solution.